Hollywood is as glamorous as it is unforgiving. Behind the red carpets, flashing cameras, and standing ovations, many stars quietly struggle under intense pressure, personal loss, and impossible expectations. For some, fame comes at too high a cost. In this video, we reveal the powerful stories of famous actors who made the shocking decision to walk away from Hollywood. What pushed them to leave it all behind, and where are they now? Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis became one of Hollywood's most beloved comedy stars during the late 1980s and early 1990s, known for his sharp wit, relatable charm, and unforgettable performances. He rose from supporting roles to leading man status in iconic films like Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Spaceballs, becoming a familiar face in family entertainment. At the height of his success, Moranis' life took a heartbreaking turn when his wife passed away, leaving him to raise their two young children on his own. Faced with the realities of single parenthood, he made a rare and deeply personal decision in Hollywood. He stepped away from fame to put family first. What began as a short break in 1997 slowly turned into an extended absence from the spotlight. Moranis later admitted he didn't miss the long hours, constant pressure, or chaos of the film industry. Although he declined opportunities like appearing in the 2016 Ghostbusters reboot, he made it clear he never officially retired. Instead, he chose to be extremely selective. Now in his 70s, Moranis lives a quiet life in Canada, occasionally returning for voice roles and confirming his involvement in Disney's upcoming Shrunk reboot. He remains proud of his choice, respected by fans for valuing family over fame. Renée Zellweger. Renée Zellweger rose to international stardom as one of Hollywood's most versatile and respected actresses. She earned critical acclaim early in her career with standout performances in Jerry Maguire, Bridget Jones's Diary, and Chicago, proving she could effortlessly move between comedy, drama, and musical roles. Her talent was solidified in 2003 when she won her first Academy Award for Cold Mountain, placing her firmly among Hollywood's elite. At the peak of her success, Zellweger seemed unstoppable, appearing in major films year after year. Surprisingly, she chose to step away from the spotlight in the late 2000s. Zellweger later explained that constant public attention and industry pressure had become overwhelming, leaving her disconnected from herself. She took time off to focus on personal growth, health, and rediscovering a sense of normalcy beyond her Hollywood image. For several years, she lived largely out of the public eye, sparking speculation about her future. Her return in Judy in 2019 was nothing short of remarkable. Portraying Judy Garland with raw emotion and depth, Zellweger earned her second Academy Award and reminded audiences of her extraordinary talent. Today, she continues to work selectively, choosing meaningful projects such as The Thing About Pam, while maintaining a far more private and balanced life away from Hollywood's relentless spotlight. Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid was once a highly respected actor in Hollywood, admired for his ability to move effortlessly between comedy and intense drama. His breakout performance came in The Last Detail in 1973, earning him nominations for an Academy Award, a BAFTA, and a Golden Globe. He continued to build a strong reputation with powerful roles in films like Midnight Express, and later became a familiar face to mainstream audiences through popular hits such as National Lampoon's Vacation and Independence Day. For years, Quaid seemed to have a long and successful career ahead of him. However, his life and career took a dramatic and troubling turn in the 2000s. Quaid and his wife, Evie, became entangled in a series of legal issues, including fraud charges and disputes over property ownership. Their behavior grew increasingly erratic, marked by public outbursts and conspiracy claims that they were being targeted by mysterious forces in Hollywood. The couple eventually fled to Canada, seeking asylum and further distancing Quaid from the film industry. As legal troubles mounted, Hollywood quietly closed its doors on him. Today, Randy Quaid lives a largely reclusive life, occasionally sharing political and conspiracy-driven content online. Though he has expressed interest in returning to acting, his once promising career stands as one of Hollywood's most tragic and unsettling downfalls. Kirk Cameron. Kirk Cameron began his career as a child actor and rose to fame as one of the most recognizable television stars of the late 1980s. His role as Mike Seaver on the hit sitcom Growing Pains turned him into a teen idol, praised for his natural charm, comedic timing, and relatable screen presence. The success of the show opened doors to movie roles like Father, Like Son and Listen to Me, placing Cameron firmly in Hollywood's spotlight at a young age. As he grew older, Cameron's priorities began to shift. He gradually stepped away from mainstream Hollywood, choosing to focus on his Christian faith and family values. Rather than pursuing traditional studio films, he redirected his career toward faith-based projects that aligned with his beliefs. He starred in popular Christian films such as Fireproof and Lifemark, which resonated strongly with religious audiences and found success outside the Hollywood system. Today, Kirk Cameron is better known as a Christian speaker, author, and advocate than a mainstream actor. He frequently appears at faith-based events, uses social media to share his views on culture and family, and organizes nationwide story hour tours centered on prayer and traditional values. While his outspoken beliefs have created distance between him and Hollywood, Cameron remains committed to a purpose-driven life shaped by faith rather than fame. Jack Gleeson became world famous for his chilling performance as King Joffrey Baratheon on Game of Thrones. His portrayal was so convincingly cruel that it left a lasting impression on audiences, often blurring the line between actor and character. Long before his rise to fame, Gleeson began acting at just 8 years old, training with Dublin's Independent Theatre Workshop and appearing in films such as Reign of Fire and Batman Begins. His talent was evident early on, earning praise for his role in All Good Children. Despite massive global recognition, Gleeson shocked fans in 2012 by announcing his decision to step away from acting. He explained that sudden fame brought pressures he never wanted, especially after playing such a hated character. Rather than chasing Hollywood success, he chose to pursue academics, studying philosophy and theology at Trinity College Dublin. Away from the spotlight, he focused on learning, theater, and personal growth. In recent years, Gleeson has quietly returned to acting on his own terms, appearing in small theater productions and select television projects like Out of Her Mind and The Famous Five. Now in his early 30s, he lives a modest life in Ireland, far removed from Hollywood fame, admired for his humility, intelligence, and refusal to let celebrity define who he is. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes became one of the biggest teen stars of the early 2000s, winning over audiences with her quick humor and energetic performances. She first gained attention on Nickelodeon's All That and The Amanda Show, where her natural comedic talent made her a standout. Bynes successfully transitioned to film with box office hits like What a Girl Wants and She's the Man, quickly becoming Hollywood's go-to actress for teen comedies. Her role in Hairspray further cemented her success, earning critical praise and contributing to the film's massive worldwide earnings. At the height of her popularity, Bynes shocked fans in 2010 by announcing her retirement from acting, stating that she no longer enjoyed the profession. In the years that followed, she faced serious personal struggles, including mental health challenges and legal issues, which pushed her even further away from the public eye. Her once promising career came to an abrupt halt as she focused on healing and recovery. In recent years, Bynes has worked to rebuild her life on her own terms. She graduated from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles and explored creative projects outside acting. Now in her late 30s, she lives a quiet, private life, prioritizing mental health, stability, and personal growth over a return to Hollywood fame. Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis is widely regarded as one of the greatest actors in cinematic history, known for his extraordinary dedication to method acting and his rare, carefully chosen roles. Throughout his career, he became famous for fully immersing himself in every character, often staying in character on and off set. His performances in films like My Left Foot, Gangs of New York, and There Will Be Blood set an unmatched standard for realism and intensity in acting. His portrayal of Abraham Lincoln in Steven Spielberg's Lincoln in 2012 was a career-defining moment. The role earned him a Golden Globe, a BAFTA, and a historic third Academy Award for Best Actor, more than any other male actor in history. After reaching this extraordinary peak, Day-Lewis quietly stepped away from Hollywood, choosing a peaceful life far from red carpets and award ceremonies. He briefly returned in 2017 for Phantom Thread, reuniting with director Paul Thomas Anderson. The film received widespread acclaim and earned him another Oscar nomination. Shortly before its release, however, his publicist confirmed that Day-Lewis had officially retired from acting. Since then, he has lived privately in Ireland, focusing on woodworking and craftsmanship, passions developed through his intense method research, seemingly content leaving behind an unmatched legacy. Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox became one of Hollywood's most beloved stars thanks to his sharp wit, natural charm, and undeniable talent. He first gained attention in the early 1980s before rising to global fame as Marty McFly in the Back to the Future trilogy, one of the most iconic film franchises of all time. Alongside his film success, Fox dominated television with Family Ties and later Spin City, earning multiple Emmy and Golden Globe Awards and solidifying his status as a true entertainment icon. In 1991, at just 29 years old, Fox received a life-changing diagnosis: Parkinson's disease. Despite the devastating news, he continued working for years, appearing in films and acclaimed television roles, including memorable guest appearances on The Good Wife and Designated Survivor. His performances during this period were praised not only for their quality, but for the courage and determination behind them. In 2020, Fox officially announced his retirement from acting, acknowledging that memory issues and physical challenges made continuing too difficult. Since stepping away, he has dedicated his life to advocacy and research through the Michael J. Fox Foundation, which has raised billions for Parkinson's research. Today, Fox remains an enduring symbol of resilience, optimism, and strength far beyond the screen. Karyn Parsons. Karyn Parsons became a cultural icon in the 1990s through her role as Hilary Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Her portrayal of the fashionable, witty, and hilariously self-absorbed cousin quickly made Hilary one of the show's most memorable characters. Parsons' comedic timing and on-screen charisma helped define the series, which ran for 6 successful seasons and remains beloved by audiences today. After the show ended, Parsons continued acting, co-creating and starring in the Fox sitcom Lush Life, though it was short-lived. She also appeared in television series like The Job and films including The Ladies' Man. Despite steady work, Parsons gradually chose to step away from acting in the early 2000s, seeking a more meaningful creative path beyond Hollywood. She found that purpose through storytelling and education. Parsons founded Sweet Blackberry, a nonprofit organization dedicated to sharing inspiring, often overlooked stories from African American history through animated films and children's books. Her work received national recognition and support from organizations such as the National Endowment for the Arts and Oprah Winfrey's Angel Network. Today, Parsons continues to write and publish acclaimed children's literature, including How High the Moon. Though she rarely appears on screen, her impact remains powerful and deeply influential. Hollywood fame may look glamorous, but these stories reveal the real cost behind the spotlight. For each of these actors, walking away wasn't a failure. It was a choice for family, health, faith, or personal peace. Their journeys remind us that success isn't always measured by awards or box office numbers, but by living a life that feels true and meaningful. Whether they returned on their own terms or found fulfillment elsewhere, their legacies continue to inspire. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more untold stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, and we'll see you in the next video.